How's it going, YouTube? So maybe you can see it in, yeah, there it is in the camera. It's raining a little bit, so pardon any water that might get on my camera, but it has been a busy couple weeks. Sorry I haven't posted in a while, but it's been incredibly productive. So I'm gonna get this lowered. We actually just dropped this off here. I'm at a florist in town, probably one of our oldest ones. I mean, you can't tell from the video, but this property's really big. I think they're just cleaning out this building over here. So let's get this lowered. My remote, I still haven't got around to fixing, oops, my wireless remote. So I need to get that done this week for sure, because having to stand next to the truck while you do this is kind of a pain in the butt. It's not the end of the world, because I can still put the truck in neutral if I'm feeling comfortable and let the truck roll out from underneath of it. So that's still a thing. Sorry about that light, but you guys, it's been a busy couple weeks. So the thaw happened around here. So here in Illinois, the snow's gone and the weather's hit. We're, for the most part, outside of today, 60, 70 degrees, hardly any rain lately. And when it is, it's in the morning. So people are still finding that they're able to get their stuff done. So I had, 12 or 13 rentals each week for the last 2 weeks. And then I filled time between anything. As you guys saw in like some of my previous videos, I was even collecting a little bit of scrap metal. And I also had a pallet deal that I arranged. So it's been a long couple weeks. I actually did get rid of the scrap metal that I had, and the funny thing is, I had somebody go with me who is a subscriber. They might want to be anonymous, but I'm going to keep their names under wraps. They're actually trying to start something about an hour and a half away from me, and he just basically asked if he could tag along. It was a really good day. He got to see a little bit of everything. We took care of, probably 4 dumpsters that day, between dropping off and hauling away, dumping them, and then he also got to go along with me when I got rid of a bunch of scrap metal. So I filled up one of those small 14-yard bins. Again, sorry about the light. And that 14-yard bin, it was full of a lot of sheet metal, so a lot of appliances. It didn't really fill it up, but we still got like $250 out of it. So I wasn't really, too upset about it. But $250 of free money. I mean, it doesn't even fill my entire truck with gas, or diesel, but it's still a good chunk of change. $250 I don't ever have every month anyway. And the funny thing is, I filled that up in less than 2 weeks. I'm already probably halfway on another dumpster, but this time I actually just started putting it in a pile by my shop, because I can't let my dumpster sit right now. So I've basically piled it. So then all in one time, I'm going to take the skid and then load it into a dumpster and then haul it away. With the shop, we have started to finish tuck pointing. The tuck pointing is pretty much done. We need to seal it and get the shop painted and then take care of the windows. That looks awesome. I'm super happy with it. It'll still look really ugly to you, but to me, it's better than going on the inside of it and seeing light coming through the building. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And then outside of that, the skid steer is actually being rented. I have it on my website as a rentable product. I've gone through the insurance. I have signed all the documents so I can legally insure it and protect myself, obviously, if something was to happen. So I'm good there. Really pumped to kind of see how that goes. I have people reaching out all the time. I'm not getting it rented out really quick, because obviously there's other rental companies in town. Just kind of like when I started dumpsters, it didn't happen right away. But I have people talking about it. I'm kind of happy that's not happening like super fast like everybody wants it, because I've used it nonstop. I've used it at my shop to, just even lift ourselves up, to work on the building, OSHA approved, of course. And then, of course, to just do gravel. So I'm having another guy spread another, or not spread, but drop me another 25 tons of gravel, probably today or tomorrow. And then I got a random text message that, I mean, came out of nowhere. I'm becoming more of this with everything going on. I'm looking for all opportunities to kind of grow my business. And as you guys probably already know, I have a different trailer that tilts up and can move shipping containers. Well, yesterday, I had this guy. He messaged me and asked me if I could go pick up a shipping container from outside of his house and move it to a different address. All local. It's probably all within like 6 blocks of each other. No, probably 6 miles. It's 6 miles. And I'm still kind of curious how the container even got there in the first place. But I do know the man may have bought or sold the house recently. And when I looked the house up, I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, I can take care of that. And it's like a $1.2 million house. So I was like, let me go take a look at where it's located, because the last thing I wanted to do was pick up a shipping container in the driveway of a $1 million house, because one scratch and I would probably just go out of business. The thing is, he actually has it located in the street, in a super long straightaway, no cars in the way, pretty private. So my hope is that if I can just tilt up that shipping container with the tilt deck flatbed, I can just roll the truck kind of underneath of it with the winch. That's the theory. So let's hope that works. Today we're probably going to get to that, but what I got to do first is empty all of the pallets off my truck, or off my other trailer. So I have to go pick that trailer up, drop this one off, swap trailers, then I can work on picking that shipping container up and moving it to a different location. So it's a little different, not something I would typically do. The only containers I've really ever moved are my own, whether I bought them or I rented them to somebody else, or I was just taking them to my shop to kind of place out for future kind of like storage. So yeah, this one will be a little different. Let's see how this goes. Let's hope this isn't messy. Let's just hope even the trailer's charged enough to lift this up. Haven't used it that way in a while, so we'll see. All right, so I waited until there was a little bit less rain going on, because it just kind of picked up, and I have a little bit more light now. So I'm headed to go pick up the trailer that has all my pallets on it. From there, we're gonna go trade them in, and then we're gonna go load that shipping container. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's hope that goes smooth. All right, so I knew I was gonna need this thing pretty quick, so I kind of kept it at a family member's house close by, where they had a little bit more room than where I did. I'm gonna have to probably put some new gravel down, because I tore up their yard a little bit, but they wanted to expand this anyway, so we'll expand that later. But got about stacks of 20 here. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5.5 full stacks, because it's a little shorter on those. But gotta make sure these are tight. Hope you guys like my little tucking in here. That's just so straps don't come out. Handy way to do it, so your straps aren't flopping down the highway. Make sure these are nice and good before we get going. It's like playing music. We got the little baby strap. Very tight. So we're gonna get this thing out of the yard. We're gonna get on the road. Check this out though. Finally went out and got new tires. They look way better than the old ones I had on this thing. But oh, it just looks good from a distance, and finally won't be getting stuck. See, like I said, we're gonna expand that driveway out just a little bit. Whoops. All right, sounds like a motor's running or something, so I don't know if you can hear me yet, but we made it down, you know, this kind of highway area, and we're kind of in an industrial park, and now this is a pretty tight run ship here, so I think it's all hands on deck at this place. So now I got to go find the guy who counts these and checks the quality of them before he writes me a check. See if we can maybe work out some future business with them. We'll see. I've only done this one other time before, at least for myself. I helped some other guys do it once, but we'll see what he says. All right, so I didn't videotape everything, but that guy knew how to drive a forklift. It was pretty impressive. It was pretty awesome to watch him move some of those while they were literally looking like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So we got our ticket. There's not much to it. There's different qualities, and to be honest, these pallets, they weren't really that great, a lot of them. So we got 41 rebuilder number 1s, 54 rebuilder number 3s. This is just how they classify them. 5 pieces of scrap, so basically they were useless, and 12 that were over 40 inches. So I know we don't get as much for those because they want the I guess standard size pallets, which I believe is like 40 by 42 or 40 by 44. So you can look that up, but we'll see. Based on what I believe this was before, we'll make like 200 bucks. Again, 200 bucks, 200 bucks. It was free. So the pallets were free. All I put in was, an hour in time and loading it and then hauling it down here, which was only a couple miles. So it's really not that bad, but between that and then, probably in the last 2 weeks and then the scrap metal, 2 things that I don't typically do all the time. So extra 500 bucks in a month. Why not? I don't care. So we're going to get on the road. I am hoping the batteries still have some life in them from the last time I used it. They don't trickle charge very well on this truck. I honestly need to hook the winch battery up because it doesn't charge off the battery at all, or off the truck at all. It's separate, but I put a new battery on there, but it sat for a while, so hopefully it's got a nice amount of life in it and we can just pull that shipping container on here. But it's probably going to be a little painful, to be honest, and I got to be very careful. Let's go. All right, so I'm backing up to this thing. You can kind of see the container right over there. We're in front of this very nice house up above this hill. And here, yeah, there it is. So we're gonna get lined up nice and straight. So this is less of a problem, and try to maybe back the truck under it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's really gonna depend on how much battery I got, if I have to put a jump box onto all of this stuff, but I am lining up right now, so this might be a little painful to watch. It might be painful for me to watch it again, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully that's safe. All right, this is going a lot smoother than I expected. The long street helps. I can put the car in neutral, don't really have to worry about it. One thing that happens here, and you see me moving these boards around before, it was in case the truck wanted to start to roll. They'd kind of, at least catch. That's why I kept my door open too. But now I moved the door or the wood to the back, and you'll see why. Let's switch. So you see this little shoe? It catches on the lip of my trailer. So I'm gonna set it back down just a tad so that shoe gets shimmied up just a little bit, and we'll be able to scoot it onto here without any getting caught. We also broke one tiny little thing, but it's really nothing. It's gonna take a little bead weld. That chain, you saw me maybe come over here and adjust it, but that chain got caught on this custom rail and busted one of the welds here, but that's a minor fix. So let's get the rest of this on here, get done. All right, easy enough. She's loaded. Just gotta strap her up. We're gone. Not bad, not bad. A little 10-15 minute job, really. Alright, y'all. So we are on the road, but the funny thing is we are going 2.5 whole miles to relocate this container. So not really hard. I mean, it probably took us 15 minutes or so to get it loaded, maybe 20 after strapping it down and double checking everything. I'm almost more afraid that I've left something back there, like one of my remotes, but I think I'm good. Again, it's not too far from my house even, so I can always double back. But we're gonna hold 2.5 miles, and I only charged the guy $225 to transport it, because it's not my container. I'm not renting it to him. Normally, for me to drop off one of my containers to rent it out, I charge $150 within about 20 miles of town, and then $150 to pick it up. So just transporting them there and back is $300, not including the actual monthly rental fee. So I felt $225 was more than fair. But I mean, the guy, he didn't seem worried one bit about it. He seemed to think the price was good too. So it's an easy couple bucks, honestly, for very little work. But it does take, obviously, the equipment, the patience, and I'm not gonna say a lot of skill, but you can't rush it, and you can't get nervous, because I have actually brought the container once over the side of the rail, and you got to be very careful getting it off, or that whole thing is gonna tumble sideways, and well, then you got a really big problem on your hand. He had a very nice driveway, so that would have been pretty rough. Sorry for the shakes. I've got you in my my little clamp there, but we're gonna get this dropped off. I don't know if I'll really be able to record it getting dropped off, but if you've seen any of my videos before, you've probably seen me unload these. You just basically tilt them up, and instead of kind of winching it on, we just drive away from it. So it's gonna be an easy drop. It's really not video worthy, to be honest, so we're gonna go get it taken care of. Probably call it a day after this, honestly. I had 2 messages while I was loading that telling me that my dumpsters are ready. The dumps are closed now though, so I'm not going to run any of those. It's a pretty easy day today, so I'll have 2 dumpsters to take care of tomorrow, get them emptied, and off to other customers. So all a day's work. I've just turned into a hauling business. I don't care what it is. I am hauling trash, I'm hauling rock, I'm hauling shipping containers, I'm hauling pallets. I'm just an in-town trucking service at this point, it seems like, but interesting. That's why I kept my name very brief. I didn't keep the dumpster name in it. I'm rolling operations. What you need, that's what I'm taking care of. So it's kind of fun, guys. Grow that business. All right, guys. She's empty. Not too bad. Easy day. Like I said, I got those messages about some dumpsters I need to get loaded. I might load one tonight, so it is ready for tomorrow morning, so I can get a couple emptied tomorrow before the weekend for sure, because everybody wants their dumpsters on the weekend. A couple people actually got back to me early, so I might squeeze a couple more in this week, so it's kind of nice. Other than that, I think I'm going to call it for this video. Shoot me any comments or questions you have. Let me know if you move any of these containers and how you do it. I've seen some guys put rails underneath them, underneath their own personally, and they'll actually use their hook lift truck. That's actually pretty slick and pretty efficient, pretty fast to do it that way. Obviously this was a customer's container, so it was a little different, but they always it always amazes me when I rolled up. The guy at the shop, he goes, well, I mean, you can put it right over there, but I don't know how we're getting it off. And then they see the thing tilt, and they're like, oh, well, that's cool. Where'd you get that trailer? So that's always fun, because I think they think that we're gonna, I mean, you could do it this way, chain it to a tree and then drive away really fast. But I was in no interest of destroying my equipment that way. So, all right, like, subscribe, follow. Hope you catch me on future videos, and I hope you like the content. Shoot me some more ideas. We need to play with some more stuff. We need to get some skid steer attachments and start playing with that thing as well. So shoot me some ideas, guys. Let me know what you want to see on the channel next. Catch you later.